Hello, welcome back to the garden. Today we're going to be planting some leeks. We are late, as we always are. We have been all year late with most things. We had a really bad onion crop, so we're going to try and get some leeks on the go, so we've got something through the winter. Now we're using this really old book here. This is probably from about the 1920s. 30s. Popular Encyclopedia of Gardening, but it's really good fun. Come and have a look at some of the pictures. So here we are. There's some great photos in this old book. See this chap here in his boater hat, looking really cool. Old varieties, you learn about all the old varieties and all the old tricks and methods. Everything's on screens these days, but just...
Yeah, it's nice to have a book to handle, isn't it? And to look at. It's nice,
we
much
bought
nicer.
This one in England, I think, from an old stately home, wasn't it? Hello.
Yeah,
Bob's
joined.
Arrived. The gardening advisor has arrived. Hello, Bob. How are you doing? What do you think? Leeks? Are we planting the leeks? Yeah, we're going to plant the leeks, Bob. So, come on, let's go and put these leeks in the ground. This is the bed we're using. We were going to make it into a rhubarb bed. We've got one rhubarb there, but we think that's probably going to be enough for us, to be honest. So we're going to put these leeks in the rest of the bed. We've got hay underneath and grass, and then we've got a mix of compost and molehill soil, so which is what you tend to normally use. So we're just going to put these, need to be about 6 inches apart. We'll just mark them first. Just mark the holes out. One more, I reckon. There we are. And then the cat comes along.
Bob.
And has a look. Don't you mess my holes up, you. It's not a toy. A good tip before you plant your leeks is to cut off approximately half of the root length and about a third of the top, and that will aid it in its growth. It'll stop it rocking too much in the winds, and it'll generally help it to grow on well. Okay, so we're going to use our dibber to dib down. You want to dob down about 6 inches.
At least.
6 inches, there we go, that looks good. Now, we have cut these about half off the root and about a third off the top. And you just want to place them in there like that.
Drop them in, yeah.
And go along like this. Now, some interesting facts. It's interesting fact time. Leeks have been used in Europe for about 2,000 years. They came over with the Romans from Egypt. The Egyptians used them way back when. And this what I thought was a very interesting fact is apparently Emperor Nero used to eat loads of leeks, and this was for his singing voice. That's very odd, isn't it?
I thought he fiddled while Rome burnt rather than sang.
Was that Nero? I don't know.
Nero? Perhaps he sang and, well, maybe...
Well, his singing voice, but you know, these old wives' tales, but I bet you find there's something in leeks.
Well, they are from the same family as onions, so...
There must be something in there.
Obviously, there must be some antibacterial properties,
it must
I
have
would have thought.
helped his
voice.
voice.
To have a look into that.
Very interesting, isn't it? That's the interesting facts of the day. Nero's singing voice.
Yeah, now I'll tell you why you should grow leeks. You should grow leeks because...
Yes.
Not only are they good for you, they're easy to grow, they're good in cold conditions, exposed sites. They will take a lot lower temperatures than things like onions. And you can also grow them at the back end of the year. We really messed up with our onions this year. And so this is why we're growing leeks. We have grown leeks before, and some of the old varieties are really good. Some of the Musselburgh, the Carenton, Bleu de Soleil, there are a couple of French varieties. They're really good though.
They're a very reliable crop,
and
aren't
well
they?
worth doing. Yeah, and they're sweeter than onions. They have that lovely taste. You know, when you put them in stews and, well, you use them with gnocchi and with quiche, don't you?
Quiches, yeah, they're great. Versatile and really easy to grow. We've left the holes now. Now you have to sort of, we'll fill in the rest, but we'll do the rest, but then you water them in the hole.
Yeah, you don't fill them in. You leave them like this and you just water them in, and the water will pull in the soil around them, and every time you water it just pulls in a little bit more soil.
We'll explain that later. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and have a brew. We're going to have a tea break, and we'll talk about a few antiques. So we'll see you back here in a minute. These are a couple of the bits that we have bought for the shop. Now this one is a beautiful Japanese lady. This actually, funnily enough, has just sold to a really good client of ours called Jane in America. So if you're watching, Jane, thank you very much. It's really nicely done, really striking piece. And it's interesting, it's got its face is quite westernised, really. I think it's quite a westernised face on there, but it's definitely a Japanesey style figure, yeah. And you can see here it was at some point gilded, and it's a lot of the gilding has worn away, which actually is quite nice. Quite like that effect. Quite a pleasing effect on the decoration there.
Yeah, it looks like she was red and gold.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of colour down on the base, hasn't it, somewhere there as well?
A little bit of gold and red highlighting.
It's a lovely thing, really, really nice. So that's the first piece. We bought that 1 week ago, actually, at Perrier Bracont, not too far from here, a place called Perrier. Now, let's do this now. This is an interesting little piece. Does anyone know what that is? Maybe a bow tie? It's actually a miser's, they call them a miser's purse, or a long purse, isn't it? And this one probably dates to what we were saying, about 1860.
About 1870, 80, somewhere around there, isn't it? Very hard to date them because they actually were in use from about 1750 up to the beginning of the 20th century, and the style didn't change that much. Most of them have got beadwork on.
I think they're designed that we think they should have maybe had 2 rings on here.
Yeah, there should have been 2, so
it's
you
got
can
a little,
close it.
Little slot there for putting in your coins, and you can put maybe silver coins in one side and gold in the other, if you're lucky enough to have that. Or
if you were further down the scale, the social structure, you'd probably have...
Like your lot.
You're so funny, you really should be a stand-up comedian. Yeah, you'd have pennies in one side and...
Yeah.
Probably in your case, pennies in both sides.
Yeah, be about right. But yeah, lovely beadwork on there, isn't it?
All hand-worked as well.
Probably.
It's not focusing.
Is it not?
Stop moving. Yeah, it would be hand-done. These were often made for husbands, friends, family members.
Misers.
Yeah, the girls would make them.
I mean,
God, blimey, be all right. You'd have to make a load for your family. Blimey.
I heard that you could put a load of coins in one side and have just one little coin in the other, and then depending how tight you were feeling, say when it's your round, you say, oh, I've only got 1 coin in there. Can't really buy a round when you've really got a big stash in here. Right, look, piece of artwork. Look at this handsome chap. Very, very Victorian.
Look at the whiskers.
Look at those whiskers. I think I might revive that fashion. What do you think?
No.
No? Yeah, I mean that gives it away as Victorian straight away, doesn't it?
I don't even think Henry Cavill could carry that off.
Oh, I don't know.
That's saying something.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? This whiskeriness. They like that in the Victorian time.
I'd be like kissing the horse. Actually, it wouldn't be as good.
Well, Oscar used to have a big tash, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and Jupiter did.
Jupiter had a proper Poirot, didn't he? Going
Better
on
than
there.
Poirot's, actually, more like that.
He's quite a handsome chap. It's a very old painting. It's got a bit of damage, little hole here and there, a bit of paint loss here and there. The usual you find on these old pictures.
It's rather distinguished, isn't it? It's rather well painted as well, actually.
It is well painted. On the back you've got upside down there, but that's an 8. That's just going to be, I guess, canvas size. But there we go. Victorian painting.
Yeah, it's very well done.
Of a handsome chap with whiskers.
A bewhiskered gentleman.
Bewhiskered, yes, he is bewhiskered. There we go. Now I've just got one more thing in here that I put in here to...
Actually, that's really made me miss the boys. Might have to get another horse.
No more horses. Because I couldn't even fill pennies in my miser's purse when I had horses. This is a little bal de carnet, they're called. Bal de carnet. It's a little sort of aid memoir, isn't it? Mm. And that's a lovely piece, that. Such good condition. This will date probably to about 1910, and you take this to the ball.
1020.
And you make little notes, wouldn't you, in your little...
You'd write who you were going to dance with. That was what the bal de carnet was originally for. You would put a name against a dance. They're like a dance card, if you like. Mm. Some balls did actually have dance cards, and the ladies would have a little bal de carnet on their chatelaine.
Pencil with the metal end
It's
there.
such a lovely idea, though. I mean, obviously it can be used in modern times as a little notebook. If you like doing costume balls, they're perfect for that.
So you would write in your little belle de carnet, seen this bloke called Brian, blimey, he's hot. I've got to dance with him later. Is that what you write? Would you write that, Trish? Maybe not.
No, I'd probably be putting Henry Cavill and little ditto marks all the way down the page. No, I don't mean it, but...
There we are, little belle de carnet for going on your
Thank you.
little chatelaine belt.
But usable today, of course. Still usable.
Don't need mobile phones, get yourself one of these. Well, there we go. That's the end of our little tea break, and it's back to the garden.
Okay, this is how we water in the leeks. You water into the hole, you fill it right up, and it will drag the soil in around the leek. And every time you water, it will draw more soil in around the leek. Now, the reason that we put them 6 inches or more is that this is the part of the plant that will be blanched. People think that which is to make it white. So people think that you can only use the white part of the leek. That's not true. You can use the green part of the leek for all sorts of things. It shouldn't be wasted. You can use it in stocks and soups and all sorts of things. It's just that we're so used to just using the white part and throwing the rest away. But you don't need to. That's just a waste. Okay, so this is how they should look when they've had a drink. And they'll sort themselves out from here. This is all you need to do. Just water them in without a rose, just with the spout of the can, like so, and it will draw the water in. Now, when you've done this, you just have to remember that leeks like a rich, moist soil, so they don't want to dry out. Try and make sure the roots at the bottom are always going to be damp. That's how they thrive. They like the moisture, gives them good growth.
This is our walled garden. We haven't finished. We are working on it. It's a job in progress. Have a look at this. This is our pumpkin. It's going mad.
Pumpkin.
Look at it. It's huge, isn't it? We had one a few years ago that nearly came in the house. It was so big it took over the whole garden.
That wasn't pumpkins. That was the round courgette. They were amazing.
But that's our big pumpkin. And we've got our beans that are looking quite good, but we've got no beans off them yet. And round here we have this interesting plant. You want to come around and have a look at this? You better talk about that one, Tracy.
This is the amaranth.
The amaranth.
Now, this was an escapee. This purple plant here is the amaranth, and an escapee. It was one that I'd sown, reused the compost, and it grew. It was planted out with the beans accidentally, because I always use spent compost for the beans. And it decided it was going to grow, and now it's got to be about, what, 5 foot?
It's big, isn't it?
Getting on for 5 foot,
So you use the leaves of that for...
You can use the leaves and the seeds. They are extremely good for you. Like, so good for you. Really good.
What the key, though, is what do they taste like?
Yeah, fine. I've been putting it in your food for ages. You don't even
I wonder
know
what
it's in there.
that funny taste was.
Yeah, I put it in the green soup.
Anyway, this is our little walled garden area. We've got to add to the dead hedge and build it up a bit more. In fact, we've got to build it up a lot more, try and keep the deer out. But there we go. Cardoons.
These are 3 cardoons that we moved.
No, one's a cat.
Yeah, that one's a cat. But these are the cardoons that we moved. They grew far too big for where they were, so we chopped them right back. We grew them last year, chopped them right. We had them all last year. They were absolutely lovely. Chopped them right back. This one isn't really doing much, but underneath the soil it is. Not the cat, ignore the cat. But these 2 are really coming up, and I urge you to grow cardoons next year. They are so good.
They're like a real old
them, don't you?
Victorian variety, aren't they? Like a
they are.
like a mix between asparagus and
Artichoke.
artichoke. Yeah.
Yeah, they have that lovely flavour. You put them with butter and
They're quite
butter,
good.
salt and pepper. They are lovely.
They're very prolific anyway.
Yeah,
apart
but
from
I
that
think
one.
they're better than artichoke. You do have to faff with them because you have to cut the spines off, but I think they're easier to grow.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed our little video. Please like and subscribe if you did, and we'll be back very soon for some more gardening and antiques. See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye.